The most rewarding aspect of my job is constant learning and discovery, because my every research project takes me to travel, takes me to meet filmmakers, I interview filmmakers. I have to watch a ton of new stuff that I didn't know about, and just this kind of constantly like expanding horizons is really exciting for me. So my focus is an intersection of Jewish studies and film studies. I'm in both. So for instance, I teach and write about Holocaust cinema, Israeli cinema, Jewish humor, and film adaptations. In the courses that I teach, I'm trying to take my students beyond whatever is playing at Cinemark near you. So I teach courses that deal with the Holocaust cinema, right? That talk about representation of genocide and perpetrators and victims, and in the cinemas in the West and in the East. I also teach a course on Israeli and Palestinian films that are also a film about conflict and ambivalent feelings and history. If I had to name one film that every film student must see, it would be Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, have you ever felt that you're turning into
the end of the world?
A zombie? Maybe you're not alone.
Because I really love the way Edgar Wright works. He synchronizes every motion, every movement with music and sound. Everything is alive and moving, and it's incredible. And you know, I can watch that film from any moment, doesn't matter how many times, and I always find something else that I can learn from it. The directors that I most look up to are the underdogs. People who make films against all odds. Like the Soviet filmmakers that made films about the Holocaust in the 1960s, risking their careers, risking their safety. And right now I'm writing a book about young Israeli filmmakers who are making horror films that also against pushback. And this takes real gumption and real bravery. First of all, I have a lot of favorite films, but if I had to narrow it down to absolutely the shortest list, I would say the first one is Pulp Fiction.
Come on, let's get in character.
Because it just changed everything, and it still is a total masterpiece. It was a game-changing film. Second is a film that was profoundly influenced by Tarantino called Big Bad Wolves.
זה בגבזתה.
My love will get you home.
It's an Israeli film that Tarantino said was the best film of 2013. And it's kind of like a Korean revenge thriller, but set in Israel. It's crazy and funny and brilliant, and you know, it's streaming everywhere. Watch it. My favorite filmmakers are probably the team of Keshalis and Papushada. Their first film is Rabies, the second film is Big Bad Wolves. Both are genre-bending horror comedies, satirical, ironic, funny, smart, influenced by Tarantino and Coen and whole other things, and whole other range of cinematic influences. I would also mention probably a film called Jerusalem with a Z, you know, for zombies. by Paz Brothers, and it's a zombie invasion in the city of Jerusalem, in the Old City, and it's just spectacular. I mean, the city is very ambient, and it asks for the uprising of the undead. The film that I find very inspiring, or maybe the story of film creation, is actually Yentl. It's Barbara Streisand's film from 1982.
Is it written what it is I'm meant to be?
She was born into a time when the world of study belonged only to men.
There's not a morning I begin without 1,000 questions running through my mind.
She read the original story in 1968. It took her 14 years to make that film against constant pushback. No one wanted to make it. And she persevered. She became the first woman to direct, produce, and star in a film made by a major studio. And it's a film that became a classic.
Nothing's impossible.
Why do you always have to be different?
Barbara Streisand, Yentl.
And grossed, $50 million in the US alone. 14 years. I find it very inspiring.